Welcome back to Screen Fiend, and now it's time to do the damn thing. All right, here we go. Now, Venom 3 has gotten greenlit already. They have approval to go and move on for the third installment of Venom. Now, here's the big thing here. Spidey-Man. Spider-Man. So now, Spider-Man, Spidey is going to be in a what you call a catch-22. Because at the end of Venom, if you haven't seen Venom, sorry, this is spoiler loaded. Let me go ahead and say that now before I go ahead and spoil everything for you. Now, here's the news. Venom opened up Eddie Brock's mind. And while he was trying to show him a little glimpse of what they've seen in his history, because he said, if I show you too much, it'll expand your mind. Then while he's doing that, it just goes, and they got sucked out of their universe, which is the Fox universe, into this reality world because of the whole Doctor Strange glitch with Spider-Man. And then the No Way Home, they've sucked Venom into this universe to where he sees Spider-Man, Tom Holland, on the screen. And he loves the screen. So, will you see Venom in this? And he's teaming up with Spider-Man to help? You just might. Which will lead up, this is the final movie, really, in the Tom Holland Spider-Man Marvel contract. This is the final one. I'm quite sure they're going to work this out. Sony is going to want to promote and push one narrative. They want to get everything on 100% Sony basis. They love what Marvel did with Tom Holland, but Tom Holland is hired by Sony. He's part of Sony. They hired him to be Spider-Man. So the character that he's portraying, even with the Marvel family and everything, and that's who he's normally worked with, he's basically alone. Now the detective will somehow become evil. His eyes have turned blue. And now you're going to see that he's infected. And he's going to become toxic. Don't look to see Carnage back again so fast. Carnage, you probably won't see Carnage back for a while. I think they'll bring Carnage back, but not the way you guys are thinking. You think Spider-Man, Venom, and Carnage have to team up to take down Toxin? Maybe. But that's what Venom 3 is going to be. Tom Hardy has signed on to be a part of that universe, to work with Tom Holland. Here's the thing, Tom Hardy is not like the other Marvel characters. As an actor, he demands a lot on a set. He likes control, he likes everything his way. That's why he doesn't normally play well with others. It's got to be Tom Hardy's way and no other way. So I don't know how this is going to affect him. Like if you put him in a big multi-universe situation, he might get Venom fired. Marvel be like, we just will use Venom in only CGI only scenes. We will not use Eddie Brock, so there'll be no need for Tom Hardy. That could happen, believe me. He's a great actor. Yes, he's an outstanding actor, but he's an eccentric. And some people, those eccentric actors are great actors when they perform, but the process to get there was hell. Blade's coming, but it's PG-13. Blade, I'm not worried about. Blade is not connected to anything in the Marvel Universe. It's its own entity, its own movie. There's going to be no spin-offs, nothing. Blade is staying Blade right now. They got 3 movies for Blade already written. See, what people don't realize is that the Blade comic book was incredible. They just didn't have the budget. They didn't have the money. Had they been with a group that had money, they would have, Blade would have been incredible. See, Blade was supposed to fight Morbius, but that didn't go down. They ended up turning that into they tried to work that out, but they couldn't get the approval for the character and all that. So they ended up turning the idea and the concept into the Reapers, which made for a great movie. Blade 2 ended up being epic. It's a great sequel. But see, they didn't have the approval because once again, they don't have the rights to the Morbius character. That's another Sony entity. That's not Marvel. Oh, the mutants are coming. You're going to see the mutants when you see the X-Men in the Fantastic Four movie. Then the new X-Men movie is coming out, where they promise it's not going to be all about Wolverine. And they think that's what failed, and which it is what failed the original X-Men movie. But they were like, hey, look, Wolverine is the most popular character. Sorry if we make it about Wolverine. It's like, okay, after X2, you know, everything's about Wolverine all over again. Magneto was great. Once again, you think everything's about you. So they're like, man, we're going to have another Magneto. You know, it's just like, why are we going down this same road with Magneto? X-Men is supposed to be a whole different type of movie. They have a whole different Professor X. So we're going to have our third Professor X. We're going to have our third Magneto. But this is supposed to be a little bit more gritty. Unlike the other X-Men, this is supposed to be more comic book related. In the first X-Men, they showed you a lot about Rogue's power. Like Rogue, there was so much more to her. Her character digressed as the story went on because everybody wanted to, once the success hits, all these other people come in the room with ideas. And it's got to be about Wolverine. And then they start making individual movies about Wolverine. Then they were still always about Wolverine. They made Cyclops a character who was just a sideshow. And I'm like, he was the leader of the X-Men. He was important. You just minimized him. You know, I know in your mind, you want to put Wolverine with Jean Grey. It doesn't. She's with Cyclops. That's her man. You just can't come in and make your own rules. It's like, yeah, she flirted with him before, and they had their little bro, hey, that's my girl thing. But at the end of the day, she's with Cyclops. So that's who she's with. That's who she loves. She's not with Wolverine. Never. So at the end of it, she's not going to be standing there. When y'all did X-Men 3, she's not going to be standing there with Cyclops standing there. But they want to make Wolverine that guy. No, it makes more sense to be Wolverine. Now, she eliminated the guy she loved, Scott, in the first 5 minutes of the movie. It's retarded. Man, Wolverine had a single movie trilogy. He did about like 9, 10 X-Men movies. Plus his trilogy. I'm like, man, Wolverine's on a roll. They never explain how he got his antimanium back. They just forget all that. That's just a side movie. I'm like, well, how does he get his... What, did they find some more and they just went through the process again? How did he get his blades back? They never explain it. Shout out to the Boston Red Sox. I hate the Yankees. At the end of no, at the end of the third one, Carnage Carnage binds with Spider-Man in the Venom 3 script, and both of them bite the head off of Toxin. Yeah, that's the early script. They always write the ending and then they fill in the movie as they go. So the ending is already out for Venom 3 against Toxin. Both of them together, Venom and Carnage is going to be there. He's going to morph with Spider-Man in a dumb way. This is after he morphs with Venom in the movie. Then Carnage is going to have his turn at the end, morphs with him. It's totally crazy. But these are the early stages of writing. But both of them are supposed to bite the head off Toxin together. Dumb. Now, how they arrive at this plane, we're going to see. I don't want to see that. They say the Spider-Man Venom fight scene will be epic. Well, they say Venom's going to swing through the air like Spider-Man once he morphs like him. He's going to learn how to swing like Spider-Man. And then that's how he's going to get the spider. Now that you see he got the white stripes on his body, since he got Riot, those stripes are going to form a spider on his back. Once he gets Spider-Man, then he's going to look like the Venom you've known for all the rest of the years. Detective Milson, or whatever his name is, Detective Milson is going to become Toxin because Shriek has another power where she could turn anybody evil. Now, I'm loving the Spider-Man idea, but there's one problem. The one problem is that Spider-Man, for whatever the reason, has way too much going on. Even you got, let's say that you got 3 Spider-Mans. You got Doctor Strange in the movie. You're gonna have Dr. Octopus. You got what's his name, Green Goblin in the movie. Who knows who else is showing up here? That's a lot. Now you want to throw Venom in the mix? Who else is popping up? Doctor Who? Hi. Looks like we're in the Spideyverse. It's too much. Now we back. Man, it's dark in here. Illuminate. There we go. Illuminate. Well, people will realize at one point people will realize at one point that the people involved won't let anything, like go down that would destroy the whole Marvel universe. So they'll be very careful with how they interject Spider-Man into the Venom saga. Spider-Man won't be entirely in the movie. He'll be recruited to help. But this is the crossover effect they're going to have because Venom is not in that same universe. They're multi-levels. And in their level, Spider-Man they never heard of him. Only when they do this crossover effect. As you see at the end, he was in a whole different area because he got sucked into this universe. I never was a fan of sitting back, watching someone else do something that I believe is crazy or makes no sense whatsoever. I ain't gonna tell Peter she's his mom, bro. If they go that route, then I'm like, that's what's up. But this is the Venom movie. So Venom is gonna be warring with toxin in the city. Like, I swear to God, this movie felt like it was 5 minutes long. I swear to God, this Venom movie was so short. I mean, for real, from when Carnage shows up, the movie is so short. It feels like everything is like on fast forward. And you zip through the movie and you're like, what the hell's going on? What the hell just happened? Now, with Tom Holland as Spider-Man fighting Tom Hardy, this is going to be a very interesting movie, how they move forward with what they do. Well, not really. Venom doesn't need Spider-Man. Like, if you read the Venom comics, he can fight symbiotes way down the road. There's so many of them. There's so many different versions of them. It's how they want to move forward with it. My thing is that they should have cut the entire rave party, fight with Eddie, All that should have been on the editing room floor. But what they're doing is making a kid-friendly Venom. And I'm like, what? This is not Venom? And the kids like him. It was kids in there going crazy for Venom. Ah, Venom funny. Venom was actually the runt of the whole group. And he's the only one that really has no weapons. Everyone else had weapons. Carnage can throw, like, he could throw extensions of himself like little darts. They come out like darts almost. Riot had all these blades that came out, like all these weapons, which Venom has. Venom never had any weapons. But now you see Venom used to be all black. Now he's got the gray in there because he got Riot with him. And remember, there's more. They were going to get the rocket ship in part one to return back to come tell everybody it's time to come down and party. Mm. Oh, Sega Genesis Maximum Carnage? Yeah, that was the game. I mean, Carnage went out a little too easy in this one. Yeah, Carnage is definitely stronger than Riot, I believe. Riot just had a whole bunch of weapons. Yeah, he's the father. He tells him, Father! But yeah, they had to smack the sister around, you know. She had to get smacked around, you know. That's just how they do. I mean, they had Carnage turn into Ike Turner. I will shut her mouth. They had Venom slapping her around. They got this dude slapping her around. I'm like, man, they just slapping the sister around the whole movie. Gotta go now.